Okay, so if you've ever tried to learn an instrument, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You absolutely love the music, but staring at a page of notes can feel like you're trying to crack some kind of secret code. Well, today we're going to look at a really cool approach that promises to turn that struggle into pure fluency. So, let's just get right to it with a question I think pretty much all of us have felt at some point. Why is it that this thing we love, this thing we're so passionate about, can sometimes feel like a total chore? It turns out the answer often boils down to one single major roadblock. And this really hits the nail on the head. Over on the left, you've got decoding. It's slow, it's mechanical, and let's be honest, it's super frustrating. You're so busy thinking, okay, what is that note, that you completely lose the music itself. But on the right, that's the goal. That's reading. It's fluid, it's expressive, and it's joyful. It's the difference between sounding out a word letter by letter and just reading the sentence. And that leads us perfectly into this idea of the musician's bottleneck. It's that one specific hurdle that honestly holds so many of us back from ever really hitting our stride. I mean, think about it. If all your brain power is focused on just figuring out, is that a C, that an F, that an A flat, there's literally no mental space left for the stuff that actually makes it music. You can't think about the dynamics or the phrasing or the emotion. You're just trying to survive the measure, not thrive in it. All right, so how do you actually break through that? Well, it takes a pretty big shift in how you think about it. It's all about moving from seeing notes as some kind of code and starting to see them as a language. This right here, this is the key. Look at how you're reading the words on this screen right now. You're not going Letter by letter, no way. You see whole words, whole phrases, and you just get it instantly. That is what we're aiming for with music. And once you get that fluency, oh man, the benefits are just huge. You start seeing whole musical phrases, not just a bunch of dots. You can actually hear the music in your head before you even play a note. And of course, that builds up so much confidence and, this is the big one, it finally unlocks your ability to be truly expressive. Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? Well, a group called the Triquetrae Music Academy came up with a brilliantly simple and practical way to get there. They call it the 1-minute workout. And the method they came up with is, well, it's just beautifully simple. It's a daily micro habit. Just this tiny little commitment every single day using a free app that's specifically designed to build up that note reading speed till it becomes totally automatic. So here's what the daily challenge actually looks like. It's so easy. You just open the app, you practice for literally 1 minute. 1 minute on treble clef, one on bass clef, take a quick screenshot of your score, and you send it in. That's it. It's such a tiny thing to do, but when you do it consistently, the results are huge. And they've got a pretty clever way to keep you coming back. And that little incentive I mentioned, it all comes down to this. Gems. Yeah, you heard me right. They've basically gamified the whole process, which turns what could feel like a chore into a really fun and rewarding game. They have this cool name for it, the Gemboree. Basically, every 2 times you send in a score that shows you're getting better or even staying consistent, you earn a gem. And then you can cash in those gems for actual, real-world prizes, stickers, little trinkets, you name it. It's such a smart, simple way to keep students hooked and looking forward to their daily minute of practice. But you know, this whole thing is about way more than just getting faster at reading notes. It helps build something much, much deeper, and that's real musical independence. Yeah, there's actually some really smart psychology going on behind the scenes here. Because the students are the ones sending in their own screenshots, not their parents, it gives them this incredible sense of ownership. They're in charge of their own progress. And that builds these great habits of self-discipline that honestly go way beyond just playing music. And finally, maybe one of the most powerful parts of this whole system is how it makes your progress totally visible. You get this clear, undeniable record of how much better you're getting, and that is so, so motivating. I mean, just think about that for a second. We've all had those days where you feel stuck, right? Where you feel like you're not getting any better. Well, imagine being able to just look back at your old screenshots and see hard proof of how far you've come. That's a huge boost that just reinforces why that 1 minute a day is so worth it. And here's what that looks like in the real world. Just look at this sample chart. In just 4 weeks, this student basically doubled their score. That's not just a feeling, that's cold hard data that shows this little 1-minute habit is absolutely working. Can you imagine the confidence boost that gives a young musician? So, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. You smash through that bottleneck. You're not decoding anymore, you're reading. Your instrument stops feeling like this complicated machine you have to operate, and it starts feeling like an extension of your own voice. And music becomes what it was always supposed to be, just pure joy. And that kind of leaves us with this one big question, right? It's a powerful reminder of just how much impact these small, consistent actions can have. If one single focused minute a day can completely change your relationship with music, well, what other amazing skill, what other part of your life could you totally transform with that exact same tiny commitment?